anyone can answer this question if you like. But in a documentary, and of course, for feature films, short films, music is always important. It plays a very important role in different scenes that we always look at. It definitely helps to move the scene for each and every one of us in a particular way. So I want to talk about just the music, the score, if you will. Who's responsible for that? Who did that? Or
I'll take that.
You'll take that?
I think music drives anything.
Yes.
It's very, very important. It can make or break a scene
Yes.
of anything. So I think having the right music, the right tone, the right vibe, whether it's energetic or low, whatever, I think it's really important. So it's good to have great music.
Absolutely. Now, was it produced specifically for this doc, or was it picked, you heard it and was like, oh, I like this, let's use
a bit
this?
of both.
Okay,
It's a
very
bit
good.
of both,
Yeah. That's how
We were trying to find the right mood for each scene. You know, whether it's a scene of uplift, you'll see moments where it'll seem like an Avengers film.
Yes.
Because when we met Shakira and we met Dr. Davis, we realized these are real life superheroes living among us.
Yes. What I'd like to do next, and I want to start right here, I want you guys, if you would be so kind, to tell me, working in this documentary, tell me your proudest moment.
My proudest moment is every day showing up to work and with our community. I'm just a shepherd. I'm a daughter of Harlem, but I got accepted by Harlem of the West. And almost 20 years in, I feel blessed. And the promise moment happens every day.
Indeed.
With our kids, with our seniors, and also having the blessing of Black people in this room who have looked after me, who have uplifted me, like Dr. Davis and Reverend Brown. There's so many staff, Liberty staff here, who pour their hearts out for community every single day. We won't stop. And so I just wanna, the promise is here. And I also wanna thank Andrew, thank you Tisha, thank you Dean, for looking at us, for seeing us, for telling our stories. Sometimes we're so in the work, we can't think about all the work. And for you to highlight that is a true blessing for our community. And so we thank you.
Moving on down the line, your proudest moment working with this documentary.
I mean, there are so many different proudest moments, but I want to I maybe want to start pre-movie, because you were able to see the movie, you see the story, but there are a couple things that I just want to really highlight in the sense that a lot of times people say that they are committed to doing the work or to doing a thing, and I'm proud when I actually meet people that do it, right? And so folks often arrive and they achieve and they don't stay connected and grounded to the folks that are actually going to see their movies or their films or seeing their work. And so when we met Tisha and she's like, I'm really interested in this work, I want to use my platform to amplify stories, right? That made me proud, because we hear people say, I want to amplify stories, but then they come back and say, how much money do you have? Right? That I don't want to, but that the focus here really was, I want to make sure that the folks who are doing this work, right, who don't have access, right? And so when, you meet people and they're like, yeah, that was great. And then when you call them, they're like, who? Right? That didn't happen. Danny was like, we're going to follow up, we're going to make this happen.
Wow.
And then Danny put us together, and then we had the next, right?
Yeah.
And then I was like, well, I'm just keep talking to Danny. I know I'm never going to talk to Tisha again. And then Danny was like, oh no, Tisha's like, we're getting ready to get on this call. Danny, Tisha, then they were like, let's take this and let's continue to build, and brought Andrew in. And now we have a film. I think what I'm proud about is that people actually still are true to their word. So that the film is a small part of this, because these folks are doing this work with or without any attention, with or without any accolade, right? They're gonna do it whether we come and see the film or not, but that somebody actually took the time out of their schedule to say, these folks are doing amazing work and we want to celebrate them. So that makes me proud. So thank you all so much.
Your proudest moment, good sir.
So for me, it's about the trust that you all gave us collectively to tell your story. and to do it with dignity, respect, and honor. And I mean, it's a big responsibility, you know. I was not unaware of the incredible work you were doing, and I wanted to do it justice. You know, Tisha and I, with our company, the Turnpike Alliance, with Danny, are committed to shedding light on people that need the attention and showcasing voices that have not been heard. And this just felt like the incredible opportunity of a lifetime to do that with you all. And so I am just so proud that you gave us that faith and that you've come to us since then and thanked us for honoring it.
Wow, amazing, wonderful.
My father recently just passed away, and I was reflecting on whether he understood how incredible he was and the mark that he left on this planet before he transitioned. And it was the first time that I actually cried because I felt like he didn't know. And for me, like my job gets a lot of highlights, but there's so many stars amongst us all that need to be acknowledged. Even if you're in need and you have the tenacity to seek help and to get through it, we wanted to highlight all of these superstars that are right here in our neighborhoods that need to see themselves as winners, as people that we could all look up to, as mentors, as heroes, as sheroes. And so I am hoping that my partners will do this in every state, every city. This is something that, I'm from North New Jersey, okay? I grew up in the projects. I know I played a lot of Bougie roles, y'all probably don't agree. But I grew up in North New Jersey, and I want other people to see themselves and see what we can do as a community to help one another. So to have the opportunity, and for you, like when I met Dr. Davis and the mayor, I really was earnest about wanting to do this type of work. I've always wanted to do this type of work. And if they could use me as a resource in any way, and that's what I would love to do. So I just want to thank you all for allowing us to come into your city and to know that we will be there for you any way, shape, or form. It doesn't have to end here.
Did somebody say
Yeah, how do I even follow that? I don't even know how to follow that. I mean, in the beginning, when we met Cheryl and the mayor, for some reason, something kept telling me to like, stay on this, stay on this, stay on this. I had no idea we'd done this. And so I'm just honored and proud to be a part of it. And like she said, I hope we can do this across more and more and more communities because it's very important. And I think the world needs to see this, and hopefully they do. So I'm excited.
Absolutely. I want to talk about the title. Tell me about the title and how that came about.
So, I would, you know, I want to say too, and is Reverend Brown still here?
Yes, he is.
I wanted to just also acknowledge Reverend Brown as I talk about this with Andrew, and I know the team had this conversation, but Reverend Brown has been for the longest saying, right, we need to tell our stories. Like, not wait for somebody else to do it, like you need to tell the story from your vantage point, from your view, from your lens. He talks about having our own, and this was an opportunity really to center the story with community. And so we initially were kind of in this Faces of San Francisco really had been, we want to make sure that this narrative about what's going on in San Francisco does not get left to Fox News or to the other narrative about what it means to be in San Francisco, but even more so what it means to be Black in San Francisco. And so we started with, we want to see the faces of the people, and then Andrew, after doing the taping, I think you all heard something different.
Yeah, so we were talking about this, about the shared humanity that everyone in this documentary has, whether you're the mayor, whether you're a program head, whether you're a client, we all have that shared humanity, we all have a face. And when we would do interviews with people, I would ask them to look into the lens once very seriously, and then I would have them close their eyes, and then we would show them something that meant something personal to them, right? So if it was, you know, Shakira, it might be, you know, jam, because, you know, jam is part of her life.
Slow jam.
Slow jam, exactly. So, but again, we wanted to showcase the humanity of everyone that we were focusing on, right?
Yes.
And showed it that we're all in this together, whether there's partnership, collaboration, all the things you saw in this documentary. And then it was originally Faces of San Francisco, but everyone that we interviewed kept calling it the city. We were like, I don't know why we're gonna call it San Francisco, we just have to call it the city. That's this place, so that's kind of how it came about.
Indeed, wow. Anyone would like to add anything else with that? Okay. Indeed. Yes, sir. So you want me to come?
Done an incredible job. And I would like to commission you to do the thing of telling the story before there was a when or where. And I can see you producing the story of a woman who bore the same name as Dr. Davis. Eliza Davis, who founded the Third Baptist Church of San Francisco on August the 1st, 1852, which was the anniversary of the abolition of slavery in the British West Indies. And 1 month before, the inimitable Frederick Douglass delivered that great oration at Rochester, New York, not on the 4th of July, because his nation did not respect our humanity. But he delivered that oration on the 5th of July. And the title of it was, "What does the 4th of July mean to the slave?" And that same year, 1852, Harriet Beecher Stowe published that book, Uncle Tom's Cabin. She told of the pain, the anguish, and the hellish moments of our ancestors. But many of us don't know that the real Uncle Tom in the flesh was a preacher born over there on the eastern shore of Maryland, who was born into enslavement. This great preacher, whose father was beaten over 100 lashes because he would not let this white man rape his wife. But this Uncle Tom, the real Uncle Tom in the flesh, was a man named Josiah Henson. Josiah Henson even went to London, England, met with Queen Victoria, and told her of the horrors and the hellishness of enslavement of black folks in America. He built a community up there at Don, Ontario, Canada, back in 1830. I can tell you more, but I can whet your appetite there. You got another job to do.
Thank you, sir. Can you give it up one more time? One more time, real loud, please. You hear that wisdom, right? Power in that voice.
I just want to give
Always
a shout
love
out
to hear
to
him
Miss
speak.
Barbara is here, y'all. Miss Barbara, can you stand up, please?
Just give it up.
We love you, Miss Barbara.
Oh, wow, so amazing. Really quickly, what is coming up next for each of you? I want to start right here because what we've experienced here now, this is just so amazing. What's coming up next? What's in the future for all of you? We'll start right here.
We're gonna continue the work.
That's right.
We ask that you join us at Booker T. Come find me, 800 Presidio. What's up? That's what we did. We want to continue the work to support our families, our seniors. We want to build more housing. We want to support our Black community and all the intersections of our Black community as well. I want to say that. And we're going to keep grinding.
So, storytelling, and for folks who, I always say I grew up in the Black church. That's where I learned how to read, because I could learn those poems for Black History Month. I think the culture, I grew up at a time when there was no ethnic studies in school, so I had to learn Maya, Langston, Baldwin. I had to learn all of that in church, right? And so I think part of this for me is that we don't lose the stories, that we don't lose the ability to tell those stories. And so really looking forward, I know later you'll hear from Dr. Silas and HCN and Syndrome, the work that they're doing, but we want to do more storytelling. And so, you know, it's not just a question or a challenge, it is a call to action for us to think about how we tell those stories, how we partner to do that, and how we share them broadly. And so that's one for us. And then two, I'm trying to twist their arm to help. As some of you may know, San Francisco is looking to build an HBCU satellite here in the city. I got somebody text me, if somebody could help, Tanya's downstairs trying to get in, but okay. But we have the first group of those 60 students that we're hosting this summer arriving today, and then, and over the course of the summer, we're gonna have 60 students, and we want them to tell their story of being here in San Francisco, and we want you all to watch that story. So that's what's next in terms of the storytelling that we hope to do on our end.
Thank you for that.
Real quickly, you know, we have 6 of these short form documentaries. One you just saw. We have 5 more that we're very excited to share with the world. We'll be doing that soon. Well, I mean, Turnpike has got a big project at NBC we're working on, something at BET Plus, and a lot of other things that Danny and Tisha and I are working on together. But this has been a labor of love. And you know, people say the strikes were not a blessing, and I understand that, but for us in this way, it really was, because it gave us the opportunity to do this, and God works in mysterious ways.
Thank you for that.
Like Andrew said, with the Turnpike Alliance, we have a couple of projects. One is at NBC, and the other is at BET, and then Danny and I are working together on a lot of projects as well, and that we've sold. So we're really excited about the type of storytelling that we want to tell. We want to put our people in the forefront and make amazing stories about us. There was a time where I was the only Black little girl on television. And now our kids get to see such a diversity and to continue to highlight us, because we are not just one thing, we are many things. And so we want to continue to tell those kinds of stories.
Yes. Thank you for that.
I think what's next is to continue the work. And that's it.
Say it again, say it again.
I said, I think the only thing left to say is to continue the work.
Absolutely. Really quick, I want to start anything down here, social media, website, anything you'd like to share with us?
Social media, I am Danny Wright on everything. You can find me on all platforms. Instagram, I don't know if I have Facebook, but yeah. I'm Tisha Campbell on everything but Instagram. They still got my own name up there, they won't take it. But y'all can find me.
Instagram is _Mr. Jameson, all spelled out on Instagram, so there you go. My daughter's my social media director.
Cheryl with an S, Cheryl, S-A-G-R-Y-L, Davis, S-F.
Thank you.
Booker T. Washington, btwcsc.org, and Shots Simply on all platforms. Thanks, everyone.
Indeed, thank you. Listen, I want to say this. First of all, I want to say thank you to each and every one of you for being here with us today and showing us this piece of work, this gift, and getting us aware and wanting us to get involved as we should. And I just want to say thank you so much for this. We really do appreciate it. Please as a group, as individuals, please keep doing what it is that you do because we need it. Especially in these days and times, we need it. So please keep doing the work. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Continued success. Thank you so much. Let's give it up one more time, ladies and gentlemen.